MC01 for the subject CSC611M Parallel Programming Project for scraping email addresses in a given website. I'll first discuss the architecture. So basically, the application's architecture is as follow. It's scraping email address on the target website. For this instance, we are scraping from the main website of the LSU, the dlsu.edu.ph, and the application is the whole blue box, wherein I use different libraries, the Spring Boot for actually running the applications, and the application is running given on the n number of threads, for instance 0, 1, 2 until n, and the shared layer of service layer and repository, and I'm using an in-memory H2 database. So once the scraping of email addresses is completed, it will output then the required CSV files. Now let's jump to the actual project. So you'll see here this Spring Boot class that will actually start the application, and how I am starting the in-memory H2 database that we will be saving the links that we will find in the website, and also the email addresses that we scrape from each pages. So once this run, it will execute this run method from this class, which will eventually run in different configurations. So this one is if we are running in default configurations, and this one if we want to ask input from the user once it's run. So for this demo, I'll be running in default configurations, which means that the configurations are based on this application.properties. We will be scraping email addresses from this website with 3 threads given in 3 minutes. So the flow would be like the first one in init run configurations. It will fetch all the links from the given website and produce a list of URLs, which will be saved then to our database. After that, we will instantiate the driver for the Selenium and the Chrome driver for automated visiting of those web pages. And then since we're running with default configurations, it will be running with given runtime, the 3 minutes here, the time in our configurations. So it will run for 3 minutes, and then it will um, it will output the results. So let's run the application starting. So again, we are running with these configurations. So this website with spinning up 3 threads, and then also you will see here the different packages for the application, the Spring Boot related configurations, the entities, which represents the tables in our in-memory database, email and URL, our repositories, which will be the one that's interacting to our database here, the repository layer, and the async config, which is our a Spring library for automated threads management, and the CSV service is the class that is responsible for generating the CSV output. The email scraper is the actual service class for scraping the email addresses given each URL, and the website link crawler is the one that's going to produce the list of URL. So yeah, let's run the application. So again, we will be displaying later on what's the configuration that is defined in our property file. You could ask that through input as well, and also through run arguments in running Spring Boot. So you'll see here the same values that we defined in our property file, the website we want to scrape email address from, the number of threads we intend to run, and the runtime. So once that is displayed, it's already starting to the scraping. Now to monitor what thread is working on what URL link, we could actually monitor that through the in-memory database H2 day2 H2 database, which is already running. So you'll see here 2 tables, email and URL. If you click on the URL, it will already provide the select from query automatically, and we can run it. And you'll see here the different URLs with ID, status, the actual URL or the actual page from the website, and the worker representing what thread is running what. So you'll see here that the URLs are randomly distributed among the three threads that we are running. So you'll see here that thread 1 is working on this page and saying it's scraped, meaning it's already finished scraping the email addresses from this page, and then we'll move on to different page. So this is also thread 1. This is thread 2 on this page. Let's see some from thread 3. So thread 3 here. So it's already updating this one. And once they are done updating, scraping this email, these links or pages, they will update the status to scrape, and will say that it is worked by the thread number. So you'll see just the values of 1, 2, 3 here, since we just defined three threads. Now let's try looking at what are the currently scraped email. So you'll see here there's a repeating in Manuel Iluzada. Apparently, this email is appearing in different pages in the web page for some reason. So let's try again. So we are expecting that's since there were 177 found links in the website, and we are only running 2 or 3 threads, maximum 3 threads. We won't be able to scrape everything because we're gonna run out of time 3 minutes. So you'll see here that we are already 50% of the runtime, which means 1.5 minutes, and we only have around 1 minute remaining. And now we are already in the last minute of the runtime. Once that's concluded, the 3 minutes runtime, it will then eventually produce the CSV output file. Here. Now, if there's a problem in scraping emails from the given website, the status will be error, and all the pendings will remain on pending unless they are worked on by any of the threads. So these threads are asynchronously running, meaning they are agnostically running against each other, and the application does not, the other thread does not know the number of threads that are actually running. So here we finished the runtime 3 minutes. It says that in the website pages, we scrape a total of 33 website pages and then scrape a total number of 39 emails. So we can actually verify that first in the database. Let's try to query. Let's try to query the number of scrape pages. So in our output, it says that we scrape a total number of 33 pages. Let's see. We should have 33 here. Here 33 rows. So that's right. We scraped 33 pages, and we found a total number of 39 emails. So let's see how many emails we have in our email database. 39. That's 39. Now let's see the output CSV file. The output CSV file will be generated under the target directory. So this one is DLSU stat. So it's the same page count, 33, and scrape number of email address account is 39. Now that's the statistic required output for the run, and also the generated email addresses and their corresponding name. So you'll see here the associated name in the actual email. So this is Dean of COS and blah blah blah. So you'll see here that the Emmanuel Irizada seems to be appearing in a lot of pages in the scrape, randomly scraped pages. And here I just produced a distinct, which means these are the unique email addresses that we scraped. So yeah, that's it for this demo.